What's going on, fellow alchemists? Welcome to Astrology. Today we're talking about Venus in the 9th house and how you can go about interpreting that in your chart to get a more accurate reading when you're reading your own or somebody else's. So let's just get into it. So Venus in the 9th house. What does this mean? Well, what does the 9th house represent in your chart? The 9th house represents foreign things, foreign lands, philosophy, religion, concepts of the higher mind, the higher ideals of life. The things that we try to ask all the big questions about. You know, so these are like all your religions, all your philosophical takes, all your spiritual practices, all the times where you move out to go and attribute yourself to some sort of higher learning, some sort of guru in your life, a teacher, a spiritual teacher. And so when you have Venus here in the 9th house, Venus brings in a love for these things, real appreciation for them. A lot of the time, if you have things in the 9th house, you do have questions that are being left unanswered, you know, questions that need answering. So when Venus comes in here, you enjoy finding and searching those questions out. You don't just allow them to simmer and patter about in the background. You actually go out there because of the enjoyment you get from them. You know, you prepare to go and travel. You prepare to go into foreign lands and meet people who can otherwise give you a different perspective from what you know. You know, for example, a lot of people who might go, you know, might be watching astrology videos in the Western Hemisphere, might try and seek out people from the Eastern Hemisphere to get a grander, more expansive version or view of what astrology is and how you can interpret it. So the Venus brings an enjoyment for that, a love, an absolute pleasure out of doing that. These are the people who are very good at exuding this kind of, not just the enjoyment and information about it, but also this pleasurable kind of nature into this. They can interweave a lot of pleasurable concepts into going out into the world, or into telling people and instructing people in ways of spiritual learning and philosophical terms and concepts. So Venus in the 9th house brings out that in a person. It brings out that enjoyment. Because the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the sign that comes after Scorpio. And you know, in Scorpio, what we're doing in Scorpio is we're going to war. We're going through a very, very tumultuous period. We basically learning how to surrender ourselves to the universe. You know what I mean? So when you go into the 9th house, what you're doing is you've learned these things, you've acquired that information. You know, you've taken that information and you're trying to turn that information into an ideology, into a religion, into something that you can follow and you can help other people achieve and realize in their life. And when you have Venus here, there's an exceptional ability to bring people in, because Venus is about partnerships, Venus is about romantic love, it's about sharing, it's about the pleasures and the social conducts and conduits between people. And so when you have Venus here, you are really good at just bringing people in and allowing people to take in the information from you. And you're not going to be like an authoritative, you're not going to be totalitarian in your nature, you're not going to become, a lot of the cases, you won't actually become a cult leader, you know, but you will become someone who's very good at helping people move towards that spiritual path or that spiritual mission that they all assign themselves to before birth. And some people are more likely to follow that path, and you are really good as someone who has Venus in the 9th house at helping those people who need that help, you know, and taking them further and taking them down the road and allowing them to embrace and take in all of that beautiful energy from the 9th house and that Sagittarian wonder and philosophical higher views, and taking that and incorporating that into their lives, so that they have a better way of interpreting it for themselves. So, fellow alchemists, that was Venus in the 9th house. I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to subscribe, drop a like. If you have any comments, drop them down below. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.